type of quarterback does Notre Dame need? See, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at C.J. Stroud. He's the stoic pocket passer, right? He can move a little bit, but he's not really about to beat you with his feet. Then you have Caleb Williams. He's just a magician, man, right? He might not be the best in pocket, break you down passer of the bunch, but he just finds a way to make plays, right? And it shows that he can carry a team. Then you have Max Duggan. So this kid and what he's gone through personally and what he's overcome, his toughness, his resiliency, his leadership, the effort he gave late in the game against Kansas State in the Big 12 championship game. I mean, he's just a tough son of a gun, man. And he might not be the best passer. He might not be the fastest, but the kid competes and he just finds a way to win. Then you have Stetson Bennett. Dude, counted out, underdog, undersized, but no one has been able to, flourish in that Georgia offense as well as him. Like, they've had some pretty good quarterbacks come through there.
Yeah.
And he's the quarterback. Justin Fields was there.
They're not.
They
Justin
didn't
Fields
give him
not.
a shot. They didn't give Justin a shot. I think Fromm was decent. I think Fromm basically cost them the 2017 championship, in my opinion. Once things got tight, he wasn't able to make the throws that were needed. Yeah. So that's the question. Like, 4 different styles of quarterbacks. And with Notre Dame looking in the transfer portal and so many different types of guys, let me point this out. I said this. It's funny because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he finished 7th in the Heisman voting. Remember last year, we were talking transfer portal, and Michael Penix Jr. jumped into the portal. And we discussed him on this show. And so many people were like, nah. And all Michael Penix Jr. did is go to Washington and lead the nation in passing yards, bro. That's all he did. And it's amazing how people can, because, you get the same, he's turnover prone, he's this, he's that. The same stuff people said about Spencer Sanders when you were breaking him down and breaking Hudson Card down, right? Along with Jeff Sims. Like, you never know who can pop where. You just never know. Right? Michael Penix Jr. popped at Indiana, then he got injured. He goes out to Washington, came to the board, he pops again, right? You can have transfers. JT Daniels never's popped. 5-star, Elite 11.
It's never popped.
Keaton Slovis never popped. Never find a spot. So it's just interesting with this portal, man. It's just looking at the Heisman and the 4 guys that were sitting there. It's like, man, what does Notre Dame really need at this position? Like, take away names, what you've seen. Like, what type of quarterback do they need? Do they need the tough guy that's just resilient? Do they need a veteran guy that's just played a lot of football, that's just going to be able to not make the key mistakes and allow the talent around him to carry the load with the offensive line and the running backs? Do they need the stoic passer in the pocket that can just break defenses down, really can't get off schedule and make plays? Or do they need the magician that can go ahead and just do everything? We're going to see a lot from Tom Reese and Marcus Freeman and this choice that they're going to make in the transfer portal. But how do you see it? Like, if you just had a type based upon the 4 guys that were in New York, well, which one would you choose? Like, forget the names. Forget the names, just the type. Which one would you choose to fit at Notre Dame?
We definitely need the type that can stretch the field. I think it would be another addition to the offense that we're lacking. Overall, I think the offense is pretty much built key on the quarterback being at his best and by the bare minimum, we've been able to squeeze 20 plus wins with two guys that at a talent level we can do better than. They're probably like 2 and 3 star at the uh, athletic talent level, but just to even have a 4 or 5 star athletic ability, like a Brandon Hillman, I think it would add so much more to an offense that likes to run the football, and then to have the arm to be able to stretch it down the field when you need to. It's becoming more and more rare to find a deep ball guy like how we had. It was me, Ev, Deshaun could throw it deep a little bit. I mean, but after that, Brandon here and there, but throwing it deep wasn't uh it was underappreciated because that was what it was a more of an X factor that we had on these teams 14, 12, 15, 16. The fact that we could throw it deep and be able to score in 2 and 1 play possessions really, uh, in my opinion, made the offense the best it has been or has looked outside of, just imagine what a deep threat with a Michael Mayer would look like with a team that likes to run the football. So you're just talking about another element. So to have a guy to be able to stretch the field in that way and to be able to make off-schedule plays at the times that we need it most, and those uh, 2 or 3 times during the game, you get the magic comes out. We haven't had a guy with enough of that to be able to pull us out in some tough games where coaching is at a standstill. And I think having that leadership ability by being able to do that, I think it can really take us over the top. So the type that can stretch it, the type that can make the plays late in the game from a magician standpoint, but then being able to have that leadership to not get bored with the success either. So that's another rare quality. He doesn't quite have to have the story of a Dugan or anything, but he's got to be an even keel guy to be able to get us over the hump in November and December.